Met her online. I was kind of shocked. Did what people say don't do.
44 years age gap between you and your fiance.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but
Hi, please tell us your name and where you're from.
my name is Basil. I am originally from Ireland, but my base is now Davis, California.
Basil, interesting name, I guess Irish name.
The name itself is not Irish, but I am Irish.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what brings you down here to the Philippines?
Oh, probably the same reason as everyone else, you know.
Which
Big
is
surprise. Might be just be something to do with the girls.
okay.
Yeah.
So you came down here to try to find a partner, I assume?
You know, not specifically, but I originally came down here. But I don't know. I've always liked Asia. I worked in the Middle East for many years, and I traveled to Asia, Thailand mostly at the time for recreational purposes, beaches, hot weather,
Okay.
and you know, I've always loved Asia, the Asian people. So it's not just about the girls, to be
Yeah.
honest. You know, I do actually like the place, the climate, the beaches.
How long have you been here in the Philippines?
This particular trip, 2 months in total. My time in the Philippines has been about 8 months at this point.
And aside from everything you just mentioned, what is it about the Philippines specifically that you like?
The relaxed way of life, the climate, the beaches, the water. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite beach here?
The cost of living, of course, comes out. That's a big one, you know.
Yeah.
Favorite beach in Asia or Philippines?
Philippines.
Philippines, whoa. I am going to say, perhaps, you know, Boracay is probably not a popular choice, or rather it's too popular a choice because
Yeah.
people say it's too touristy, but I think the beach in Boracay, Station 1, is just amazing, you know.
Okay.
I've been to nice beaches elsewhere too. I've been to Palawan, that was very nice. I've been to Alona in Bohol, not overly impressed by that. I've been to Siquijor, they have some nice beaches there. Again, not overly impressed by the beaches that I saw. One of the nicer ones that actually closed while I was there. So I think Boracay is going to get it. Now, you know, another little beach that I did enjoy a lot was down in Darwin, just south of Dumaguete. Nice diving, snorkeling.
Oh, nice. Did you meet Justin Carmack?
I met Justin briefly. I believe he's in the news a little right now, but yeah, I met him at Ground Zero a couple of times.
He's in the news. You want to share? Is it a good thing or a bad thing?
Oh, not such a good thing. You must have heard, no?
Honestly, I haven't.
Oh, this is big news. That you know they refer to Dumaguete as Dramaguete from time to time, so that's currently back in force. Dramaguete. Yeah, there was an incident just outside Ground Zero, and Justin was in the background, if not physically involved.
Oh, okay. I saw a thumbnail. I think one of the YouTubers, a popular one about physical altercation. Is this because of that video?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
That would be,
The more political, polite
one
way of saying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to check it out. Now I'm curious myself.
Yeah, it's an interesting video, and of course, like every story, there are multiple viewpoints, I think, and who knows what the real truth is, you know.
Very interesting. I've always maintained that I try to stay out of other people's channels because of stuff like this, but I think this is one I have to check out just to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's probably part of your due diligence to know what's going
I
on
think
around
so,
you
yeah,
in the
'cause-
YouTube world, you know.
You're right, because I do bring people on the channel. Sometimes I don't vet them enough, and sometimes people say, oh, that's against your usual content, but it's not for me to like choose sides, I guess. I just do my own thing, you know?
Yeah, I've heard that remark from people. From one guy who's become a pretty prominent YouTuber in Dumaguete. I remember him telling me once that he vets people before they come on his channel, and then he interviewed this woman who seemed pretty normal when he interviewed her, but then 3-6 months later she's putting out all these banana videos, you know.
Okay.
You know, so maybe he didn't let her enough. Anyway.
Yeah, I guess to
Smart.
each his own. Do you think you'll retire in the Philippines?
Good question. The simple answer, I don't know. I love the Philippines for now. I do have a Filipina fiance. That's a big factor in my presence here now.
Oh, okay.
And we have a multi-year plan, which could involve going back to the US, could involve going to Ireland, it could involve staying in the Philippines. Time will tell. For now, our base will be in the Philippines.
Interesting. What's that like? I'm curious because a lot of men come here for the women, as we mentioned earlier. How did you meet her? Tell us a little bit about her.
I met her online. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, like everyone, we've all been through a few relationships, a few encounters, and yeah, I was back in the US and about a year and a half ago, and I started chatting to this particular lady online, and came out 5 months later, met her in person, did what people say don't do. She met me at the airport, and we were together for 6 months, 24/7, pretty much from that moment forward.
I guess you passed the test, huh?
Or I passed her test.
I guess so. It depends on how you look at it.
We passed each other's tests, I guess.
Perfect.
Mutual tests passed.
Is there a large age gap between you guys?
Not so large. It's the same as Lewis Hamilton's race number. Do you watch Formula One?
I don't. I know he's very famous, but I don't know.
This is my standard answer to this question about age gap. Lewis Hamilton, I don't love him I love him as a driver, but not as an individual. So I'm not a big fan of his, but his race number happens to be the age gap between my fiance.
Okay, I guess we all have to Google this race number now.
Lewis Hamilton's race number.
Lewis Hamilton, okay.
I'll let you into the secret without Googling it. I'd say it's 44 years.
44 years age gap between you and your fiance.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but
it is. But I mean,
what it is.
a lot of people would love to be in that position. Let's be honest, right? So
yeah, I think she's a very lucky girl.
I was gonna say, it's her win actually. Okay, tell us a
She
bit.
gets a lot of wisdom.
Okay. I mean, women do tend to like mature men anyways, from my experience interviewing people. Tell us a bit about that. Is there any complications with the age gap? We want to know about the details.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I mean, I find it interesting myself that we met. We just seem to gel pretty well. Like any couple, we have our ups and downs. We have our arguments.
Yeah.
But overall, we just seem to enjoy being with each other. I truly believe we are in love and want to be together and enjoy each other. And of course, there are many factors in any relationship.
Yeah.
No one's doubting the fact that security and financial and emotional comes into this, and it's all part of the equation. But we're very happy together. We love each other.
It's great,
plan
man.
to be together forever.
You mentioned security and finances, which is a huge part, or I guess a huge concern for many people that want to come here. Is that like something that you worry about with your relationship, that you have to support her family, for example?
I don't worry. I mean, we're all aware of that, I think. I think when you love someone, you want to help them, you want to help their family if you can, but you don't want to go overboard with it. So, it kind of becomes clear what's the reasonable thing to do, what's the fair thing to do without going overboard. And
Got it.
That's what I like to do.
A lot of positive things. Anything negative so far with the Philippines that can be better for you? Something that could be improved, or you haven't quite adjusted to?
If I could adjust anything, it would be probably the level of noise, possibly followed by the level of traffic in Cebu. But noise, that's a big one.
Can you elaborate a bit on the noise? What do you mean?
I guess it's in my head a little bit now, literally, because I'm moving from Cebu, this Ayala area, to Mactan, Newtown, which is 45 minutes, an hour away by taxi.
Yeah.
A little quieter, a little more manicured. Nice location. I like it. I've chosen it in preference to Cebu as a long-term base.
Yeah.
And I'm in this nice modern condo there. Beautiful view, beautiful swimming pool. But my first days there, I was kind of shocked at the level of noise that was coming through the windows at nighttime, throughout the night. Now, in fairness, there was a fiesta on. That may have been part of the reason. I'm hoping it'll be better when I go there this evening to spend the weekend there.
Yeah.
But that's one thing that I do not find positive, is the level of noise.
I see. All right. What about some costs? Like, what would you say is a good number for a single guy coming from the U.S. or Canada? How much money do you think they need to live here per month if they're single without spending money on women, for example? Crazy number.
Ballpark $2,000 a month.
Now that's a little bit higher than a lot of people tend to say on YouTube, for example.
I agree, it is.
Can you break that down a bit? Why do you think it costs about $2,000?
I plan to actually do a formal breakdown of this, but I've added my numbers together many times, and I've looked at the 6 months that I spent here before, and now this 3 months that I'm spending here now. I think for me, plus my fiance, I think of $3,000 a month as being my budget. And that's, I don't eat local food. I wish I did, but I don't. I wish I had seafood. I don't. I wish I had fish. I don't. So I'm eating out, and I eat out all the time. I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner out every day. Usually
Yeah.
it's breakfast and dinner, and then some kind of snack maybe in the middle of the day. But so that's expensive. Plus, I eat Western food all the time. So
Yeah.
my budget's going to be a little higher. On the other hand, I don't drink a lot. I don't
Okay.
spend a lot on booze. So yeah, but $3,000 a month for the couple, or so I'm guesstimating that bring that down to 2,000 for a single guy.
Got it. Any crazy experiences while you've been in the Philippines? Something that, like a wild story that you have about living here?
Hmm. I have to think about that. Nothing is coming to mind. I'm sure there are some, but
Yeah. Nothing right now, huh?
no, my memory's drawing a blank. So
What about like health concerns? Have you been to the hospital here? A lot of people are worried about the adequate, the hospital, if it's adequate enough, or healthcare. Have you visited any hospitals here?
I've had some relatively minor health issues, nothing major. I tend to try and get a checkup before I leave the U.S. and then
Okay.
come here and then get through the 3 months or the 6 months, whatever it is.
Okay.
I have a dental issue right now, which I need to attend to, but I haven't actually been to the dentist about it yet. Brown fallout. So.
Okay.
I've seen a couple of doctors. I did have an issue at one point, and I talked to a doctor on the phone, and he simply prescribed some antibiotics
Yeah.
over the phone, and it was just, that was it. Done. I think it was 500 pesos, $10 it cost me.
Wow. Incredible. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
cost of stuff like that is very different from the West. And last question is, any advice for someone that's never been to the Philippines? What would you tell them?
I hear this line quoted a lot recently, and people have heard it all their lives. It's the old Nike slogan: "Just do it.
Just do it, huh?
Just do it."
Okay.
Huh.
And you mentioned earlier about a breakdown, and I know you have a YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about that. What's the name of your YouTube channel?
The name, it's been around for 15 plus years, by the way, and I received my first paycheck ever just a month ago.
Congratulations.
I finally hit the $100 threshold. Name is Broker Basil. Obviously, it's a tiny channel, and I just have fun with it. And if it grows, it grows. If it doesn't, that's fine. I just want to have fun with it, enjoy what I do. Hopefully, attract subscribers that have similar interests to mine.
Yeah.
I'm kind of all over the place with the topics.
I'll be sure to put the link to your channel in the description. You can go check it out. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Alex. Great to meet you. It's
My
fun
pleasure.
to chat.
Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of Basil's story. Anything you want to share. If you take time to write it, I take time to respond. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, turn on bell notifications. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.